Hey guys, yes, welcome back to London Lives YouTube channel. Welcome if you are new, guys, and welcome if you are not. So today we're talking about Tory Lanez and the Megan Thee Stallion situation. A lot of you guys have been very vocal when it has come to Megan and Tory Lanez, and a lot of you guys are finding the situation a little strange. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about what Trinidad James has to say about the whole Megan Thee Stallion situation. So first, I'm going to show you guys what Trinidad James has to say.
I think the best thing that I could say is that if you shoot somebody, you should go to jail to think about your actions. If you didn't shoot somebody and you go to jail and you're doing 10 years for something that you didn't do, it kind of reminds me of the Kendrick Lamar lyric of like the one who pulls the trigger like has to live forever. Yeah. Because after you kill somebody, they die right then and there. But you got to think about killing somebody. So it's the same analogy. It's like if this person didn't shoot you, right? If it didn't happen, and they're going to jail for 10 years, their life is not over, but their career is hurt tremendously,
big time.
Then you have to live with that forever, and that's that.
A lot of people say, like, you know, maybe if he had been
remorseful?
Yeah, from the gate, you know, like it wouldn't have been 10, it might have been 5. Even Iggy Azalea said like 5 is more appropriate, you know. A lot of people roasted her for that.
Well, I mean, Iggy Azalea said how she felt. She shouldn't have said anything. It's not her business, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it is her opinion.
Iggy Azalea, and I mean, she's entitled to say what she wants about the situation. She may think it's too long, but I wonder how she was going to be acting about her feet. She looks like the type of girl that would be crying and bawling and wanting a life sentence had something happened to her foot. She looks like she'd be big mad, big upset, highly pressed. But as I said, that's her own opinion and everyone's entitled to one. I know some of you guys have been, doubting Megan Thee Stallion's story. A lot of you guys have expressed that you don't believe her story. But let's go with he's guilty. Let's say for now he's guilty. Your foot. Can you imagine the pain of a bullet going through your foot? If you have ever had an accident before, if you have maybe trod on a little piece of glass, you have trod on a nail on the floor, you know pain. And that man knows them feet are her moneymaker. Apart from her voice, them feet are her moneymaker, because he knows that girl likes to be twerking for a living. He knows she be singing and she be twerking and she be dancing, and he knows her feet are very, very important to her career. So shooting her feet is a little bit like shooting him in the throat, because, he needs his voice and that girl needs her feet. How is she meant to twerk when her feet don't work? So when he shot her in the feet, it's like he shot her in the foot. And when he shot her in the foot, I won't say feet because it was one foot, but when he shot her in the foot, he knew that wasn't like shooting any other person in the foot. That was shooting her money right there. He had the shot, half of her $1 million or whatever she's worth, her net worth, because those feet make that girl money. And if he is guilty, 10 years is a long time, yes. But, the pain, the memory of it, had a guy shot me in the foot, I don't think I'd be forgiven. I'd be like, the pain I went through, I could be disabled right now. I could have been not able to walk for my whole life. He didn't know what the consequences were going to be of that. Would everybody say he should not get 10 years if Megan had been shot in the foot and then she had actually been unable to perform her job anymore, or she had been in a wheelchair, or she had to have, some sort of, rods put into her feet, would people be sympathizing with him? Now, some of you guys don't believe her story, and I'm going to play her story in a minute, and I do think there is a little bit more to the story that Megan may be letting on. And I've heard there is, and I'll share what I've heard with you guys after you've watched Megan's video, and you can watch Megan and see what you really think, Do you also think she's, fabricating some of this like a lot of our audience do?
It was an argument because I was ready to go and everybody else wasn't ready to go. But that's like normal friend stuff. Like, we fuss about silly stuff all the time. But I never put my hands on anybody. I never raised my voice too loud. Like, this was one of them times where it was like, it shouldn't have got this crazy.
It shouldn't have escalated to
Right.
the way that it did.
So I get out the car and it's like everything happens so fast. And all I hear is this man screaming. He said, "Dance, bitch." And he started shooting. And I'm just like, oh my God.
So, as I said before, you guys did not believe her at all. Most of you did not believe her. So, we're going to talk about what we heard, or what I've heard, what allegedly went down in that car. And there's more to the story than Megan seems to be letting on. And I think that's what you guys are picking up on. I don't know if you're picking up on Tory Lanez is actually innocent. I think it may be that, she's not telling, the whole truth and nothing but the truth, as they would say. She's keeping some things, it seems, to herself, or she kept something to herself, and I think that's why the story always seemed a little bit suspicious and strange to people. Now, I've heard that they were fighting. She was fighting with Kelsey Harris, and they were fighting in the car because she found out that Kelsey had allegedly, had sex with Tory, which caused a big drama and a fight and an argument. They were all arguing.
Argument in the car?
And I heard they then got out the car.
It was an argument
He
because
then
I was ready to
called,
go and everybody else wasn't ready
Megan
to go.
a name. He then said,
But
dance,
that's like
bitch,
normal
stuff along
friend
them
stuff,
lines.
like,
And then,
we fuss about
he shot her.
silly
He shot
stuff
at
all
her
the
foot.
time. Mm-hmm.
Now, this makes more sense to me because this is the type of thing that would cause a big argument. You can imagine they were probably partying, they were probably drinking, arguing over him, and it led to something, much bigger. And he's obviously a guy that cannot necessarily maybe control his temper. That reaction is absolutely too harsh if that is what we believe happened. But I'm going to actually share with you guys a voice note because for some of you guys that think Tory Lanez is, innocent, he was convicted wrongly, and I know he's saying he did not do the crime, but I want you to hear this voice note and then really think about whether you think Tory Lanez is actually innocent.
Monitoring. Press 1 to accept the call. To deny this call, thank you for using Telmate.
Hello?
Hey.
Y'all got out safe and everything?
Huh?
Y'all got out and everything, y'all good?
Megan's still in the hospital. I'm outside the hospital.
What hospital y'all at?
About what?
You said what?
You're listening to Street TV.
I said Megan's in the hospital still. I'm outside the hospital waiting.
What hospital are you at?
I don't know. Let me see. Feeder, something like that. Feeder.
Bro.
Sure.
Regardless, I know she probably never ever gonna talk to me ever again, but bruh, I just want you to know, bruh. Nigga, I was just so fucking drunk, nigga. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro. That ass. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro. Like, that ass, nigga. I'd never do some shit like that, bro. Just that, nigga, I was so fucking drunk, nigga. I just didn't even understand what the fuck was going on, bro. Like, so, whatever, bro. But, regardless, that's not gonna make anything right. And that's not gonna make my actions right, bro. But I'm just deeply sorry, bro. I never even moved like that, bro. Like, never moved like that at all, bro. Like, for real, dog.
I know. There's a lot that happens, but...
Bro, like, a whole lot, bro. I feel crazy, bro, but in this state, like, what happened already, bro. I can't take it back, bro. I'm just telling y'all, I'm sorry, bro. Like,
you're listening to Street TV.
I think I was just too drunk, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I got to the house, shorty, like, all top niggas, they gave me like 5 shots, like, off the door, like, you feel me? So I was out of there, like, wasn't in there with niggas.
Monitoring. Press 1 to accept the call. To deny this call, thank you for using Telmate.
So you guys, you just heard the voice notes. Are you sure you actually think, Tory Lanez is innocent? To me, them voice notes was as good as a confession to me. I can't really see why Megan would make this up. If you're one of the people out here who think, Megan is lying, please let me know in the comments below what you think her motive is. Why do you think she'd be motivated to actually lie about Tory Lanez? Because to me, it sounds like he was drunk and then he just, they got in a fight and he just switched up on her and he shot her. And, it sounds like he done it to me in like an intoxicated state. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on another one.
Peter Pan, that's what they call me. Promise that you never be lonely.